We finally did it. We bought the Heritage Farm on New Hope. Unfortunately, that kind of left us, well, with a little bit of a problem if you've been following along. We're not broke, but I don't know if I have enough money really to dive into planting yet. What can I tell you guys? This farm cost us $2.5 million to buy. Now, we took care of creating all the new fields for it last time, but it's time that we maybe started trying to plant these. We've got two 100-acre fields. I need to plant them today. We've also got another smaller field, which we'll plant later on, but I got a plan, and it all involves, well, these bales. I did go through and bale up some of the silage we had beforehand. It's all, well, the grass, it's turned into silage. We got to sell this off. That's right, so we're going to head down to the old farm. We're going to sell off some of the silage again. I do have a little bit of money in the account, but I mean, 160 grand is not enough for me to do what I want to do. Not even close. So we're going to head down to the farm. We're going to sell off that silage, get a bit more cash in the old bank account, and from there, well, we can probably buy some new equipment. I need to buy a few things. Well, we're going to get into that because, guys, look at the fog. I've got a lot of, I don't have a lot of big equipment yet. I was pretty sucked into doing silage, right? So the stuff we have here at the farm, yeah, not great. There's not a lot here, right? So let's go sell off this silage. Let's see if we can load both of these trailers up. I want to see if I can load them both up. We got the 7R, 8R, and let's get this thing. Oh, I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want that on this trailer. All right, well, that's better. All right. Load it up. We got. I don't even know how many bales we could fit on this. I could fit a ton of bales on these trailers, but it's a little on the heavy side. I don't think I've tried to do both of these full before, to be perfectly honest. No, we just did one trailer at a time once we've changed up our loading method. Let's just see if we can sneak this on in here. Nice and easy. Just nice and easy. Come on now. Come on, girl. Let's go. Please, just in beside the farmer's market here and drop all the bales off. Well, that's a bit of a problem. Okay, there we go. No, not, yeah, it's a bit of a problem. All the weight from the back trailers pulling up. I don't know what's going on. This is not working nearly as well as I hoped it would. At least we're getting money in the old bank account, though, right? I mean, can't be all bad. Not bad. We're up to almost $500,000. I got some more stuff we can go sell off, though. We got some more stuff. Let's go sell off the rest of these bales. Maybe not crash this time, though. Not that it was a crash last time, but I mean, we could have done better. Let's try this again. Oh yeah, there we go. That's way better. Nice and easy. Drop those off. Yeah, it's just so much easier with one trailer. What can I say? Cool. So we're almost at $1 million, 900 grand once again from selling off all those silage bales. That's definitely reasonable. I think with that kind of money, I can definitely make this farm work. Okay, we need to figure out exactly what we're going to do because I still haven't really fully figured out what crops we're even going to plant. Yeah, let me just put this stuff away. We do have the old Great Plains cedar here. I don't want to use that. It's too small for these bigger fields. We need to upgrade, you guys. We definitely need to upgrade. So Great Plains, it could stay down here at the trailer. Let's figure out what we're going to do. Now, there's a few options we have available to us. I've got to remember, though, I want to, of course, plant, but that's going to be one big expense. But guys, there's the other side of this where, well, I need to remember to save some money because I'm going to need something to harvest with as well, and harvesters are not cheap. Let's start off. I mean, we have three options. If I want to go to a big cedar, right? A big cedar, there's nothing in the sales market right now, so that's not even an option. We could go with the Bourgeau. Of course, the Bourgeau is always a great kit, or a great setup. It's a little on the expensive side, and horsepower requirements a little on the high side for what I'm going to be dealing with. So I don't think the Bourgeau. We do have this case set up here as well, and it's on the opposite scale. It's a little bit cheap, lower horsepower, but not quite what I'm looking for either. What I think we're going to go with, well, it's the Seed Hawk. Let's go with the Seed Hawk this time instead. So yeah, 65-foot toolbar. Of course, we got the air cart as well. Yeah, I think this is what we want to go with, you guys. This is the ticket right here. So that's a little bit more than I was kind of planning on spending, but that's what happens when you also need to get a tractor. Yeah, I had to pick up a 9R. I mean, I had to, guys. I had to pick up a 9R. I wish there was like a buy one get one free on for some of this stuff, to be honest with you. This, however, should be, I think this is going to be a good setup for this farm. It's a little, I don't know if it's overkill or not, but it's a little bit on the overkill, I would say. I think we're at a point right now where we need to maximize a little bit, and then we can maybe make these fields bigger as we go. We still have about another 100 acres I can plant at some point. I just haven't decided what we're going to do for planting. Actually, speaking of which, let's take a quick look at our prices here now. I mean, there's a couple different crops I've been thinking. Like, we got, what, millet? And what else we got there? Yeah, see, prices are looking decent for, like, the millet. And also, poppies are really good as well. I'm thinking maybe millet could be a good grain crop. And also, I'm thinking maybe rye. Rye could also be an interesting option for us. So millet, poppies, rye, like those are interesting crops, right? I think, you know what, one of you guys said in the comments, we should probably change things up in the last video and we'll do something a little bit different. And I think those three crops right there kind of hit the spot, if you ask me. So we're going to head on up, and I think we'll start with, you know what, I saw mustard in there, and the mustard was like the best price. I think I was planning on doing millet, and I'm like, you know what, mustard might be where it's at. So let's go plant some mustard. I think we've got the nearest far field to our main farm. I think this is technically the biggest of the fields we've created. This one we're going to plant mustard on. Now, I have zero clue, as I have no idea how much seed, how much fertilizer we're going to go through on this. This is just more of a test. It's kind of, think of it like a test. We're going to find out together how much it takes with fertilizer and seed. I'm still on the fence. Should we do rye? Should we do millet for the next field? We'll figure that out in a bit. First things first, let's put the mustard in here with the Seed Hawk. We're doing a double trial. We're testing out the Seed Hawk with our brand new 9R, and we're putting a brand new crop in the ground, which we've never done before. It's 2 for Tuesday, only technically it's Friday when I'm doing this. Yeah, well, you know what, whatever. It is what it is. So far, looks good. 9R handles this, 9 miles an hour. We should be able to get a little more speed out of this if I can push this up a little quicker. Or you up to like 12 maybe? Maybe 12? We'll see. Okay, now we're going to come down into the far valley. You can see, like I said, this is the bigger field of the two. We got the far field you can see on the far side over there. We'll be up there in a bit, but this field, this is going to take us a couple hours probably to plant this. I'm thinking by the time we get through it all, this part in the bottom here is the most technical part of this whole field as we dive down into the foggy valley below. Oh yeah, this is kind of intense down here. I'm glad the whole field is not like this right now. We've had some pretty foggy days out here in New Hope, and this isn't bad. I can still see where I'm going at least, but hopefully this fog doesn't persist and go any further. There is a little bit of a pond down here, part of our land, and we have another pond on the far easterly side as well. Kind of a nice little area down here. I don't know what to do with this whole spot back here, guys. I've been thinking about that for a bit. It seems like a nice spot for a farm, to be honest, or like your house. Maybe we could put another farmhouse down there at some point. This hill is killing me, though. Come on, Betsy, get up that thing. Oh. I was talking about doing 10 miles an hour, 12 miles an hour earlier. I'm lucky if I can. I'm holding 4 miles an hour up the hill right now. Oof. Yeah, okay, we're good. We're up to 14, 15 miles now as we go down the backside. Like this, like I said, this is a good size. This is a good chunk of land. Huge tracts of land. Yeah, we've got some work ahead of us over the next couple hours here. Cool. So mustard seeds going in. We're done a headland at least. I'm probably going to do some back and forths here on this big center part at some point. But I'm just looking through, like the fertilizer is definitely going at a faster clip. Seed, not so bad. Fertilizer, we're going to have to refill the fertilizer probably about the halfway point of this field just judging by it. So fertilizer goes pretty quick with the mustard. I'm not sure exactly what I would compare it with as far as planting goes. It's like a standard grain crop in my mind. Yeah, fertilizer goes a little bit faster than the seed does. So what I could do is redesignate one of the third tank on that and put fertilizer instead. You know, we'd have 5,000 liters of seed, 5,000 or 15,000 of fertilizer. Then that would probably be the way to go with mustard at least. But we'll find out this afternoon when we switch things up. I'm just gonna leave it as is. All right, whipping around down the bottom of this little valley here. Like I said, this part right down here, guys, if it wasn't so hilly on the side, this would be a great spot for our farmhouse. It's a pretty steep bank down here. I don't think, maybe it's not going to be suited for what I kind of was thinking in the back of my mind there. Yeah, it's not going to work at all. Like, look how far down it is. Oh, get up this hill. Keep on going. All right, we're like a third of the way through the field. Fertilizer's pretty much done. I've got a couple, maybe pretty close to half. Yeah, because we did headlands. I'm gonna have to go fill this up with fertilizer here, like pretty much right away. I think as soon as I get up to the far end, up here to the power lines, we'll head back to town. I have no way of filling this back home, so let's take this down to town, and we'll go back to the shop and get some pallets and fill this thing up right from the shop instead. At some point, we're gonna need to get some kind of a seed tender that we can go and fill this thing up with, right? I mean, rather than having to fold it all up, drive it back and forth to the town, it'd be just so much easier if we had a truck that we could fill this with. Or just a big trailer, maybe. I don't know yet. I'm also just noticing the power lines are a little low, but it did fit here, so it's got to fit back, right? I mean, it fit one way. We didn't knock anything down, so... it's a good thing it's not a bridge deck, though, because I have been known to hit some of those at time to time. Maybe once or twice. Seed going in. Fertilizer topped up as well. Yeah, we'll top up the fertilizer, and I don't know if we got enough. I'm gonna have to buy some more. It's gonna be close. We got enough. I think we got enough. Okay, we're back again. Running. I didn't fill up all the seed. I felt there was not much need, considering we had a tank still full. 5,000 liters, 5,600 was still full. The middle tank was still full of seed. So we're going through so much more fertilizer than seed. It's kind of ridiculous, but we only had to fill up once on this whole field. Now we've got to go take care of the second field. I'm going to have to refill it all over again. A couple more passes here. I think I got to go finish off the far side. Yeah, that should about do it. I think we're good. That should be all of it. So, one field completely planted. Mustard is in the ground. Yeah, fertilized. It needs to be rolled. We'll see if we get to that, to be honest. I don't even have a way to deal with weeds yet. So, rolling's probably not going to be in the cards, even though we have a small roller. All right, so we have finished the mustard, like I said. We're going to move on to the second side. I've refilled the seed hawk here with fertilizer and seed, and yeah, back to planting once again. Now, we did do, like I said, mustard. I was debating between millet and rye. Millet has a bit of a better market price for it, but I have no idea what kind of yields to expect. So, yeah, it's 6 and 1.5 dozen the other when it comes down to it, right? We could have a terrible yield on this potential, and then it doesn't matter. So we'll have to wait and see. But for now, we're gonna throw some millet down in this ground, and we'll go from there. As far as the last field, so we've got these two roughly 100-acre fields. So we got mustard, we got millet. I still have a 30-acre field that we have to plant later on. It's the old original field, so I still got to plan for that. And I've already got something in my back of my mind, but we'll see. This is, like I said, we've got to get through these two fields first. This one here, once again, is a little bit smaller, but it's actually a little more technical too. As you can see, we got a tree to go around. We'll get into that, but come on, baby, get around this corner, get around the barn here, and then we have to go to the bar back and loop around this tree stand, and then all the way back around again. Like I said, this should take us roughly the same amount of time to plant. It's just a little bit more technical and not quite as wide open, all hillside as well, which is a little unfortunate for me, to be honest, because, yeah, we're not getting much speed on this thing. We have to... The 9R is definitely having a bit of a struggle at times with some of the hills I'm putting her through right now. On the far side, like I said, this is a little bit more technical down in here. I do want to make sure we get closest to the edge. I did knock quite a bit of the field grass back, so right up into the forests, so we can maximize these fields, of course, as best as we can. Make sure we maximize our yields here. And then we're going to go back up on this far side. Now, this seems like it's steeper than the other side, so we're going to see how the John Deere, the 9R, how she does on this hill. We're holding 4. Oh, we're up to 5. All right. Yeah, no, she's pulling pretty good. Maybe it was like the break-in period. You know, we did that first field, and we had to break her in, and now all of a sudden, you know, the more we work this tractor out of the field, the more the 9R gets out here, the better off it's going to be. The more power we're going to have. It's just, you know, that's the break-in period, Clutch. Come on. Now it's getting way better. We're 5. I saw 6 miles an hour a second ago. All right. That's all right. No complaints from me. I did all right. Cool. All right, first headland. Dunzo. Perfect. All right, so we got a couple more passes still left to do. John, the 9R's handling it just fine. I was worried about this field, but I was wrong. Now, as far as seed and fertilizer go, you can see I'm out of seed. So, yeah, we go through more seed than fertilizer, it seems like now. Millet is kind of the opposite from the mustard, guys. Huh. Yeah, let me just do a lap around the tree here. A little ring around the rosy. Yeah, we're going through, it's almost a 1-to-1, to be perfectly honest. It's like a 1-to-1 ratio for seed and fertilizer with the millet. Yeah, it's definitely not as much fertilizer as we were going with the mustard. Cool. That there should about do the millet field. So we got 100 acres of millet, 100 acres of mustard. Looking pretty darn good if you ask me. That's pretty much going to do it for our planting today, though, I think. Guys, good setup, but I've got to go knock down some hay, well, some grass. Oh, get in there, come on. We got to go knock some grass down. I'm going to go get some silage bales prepped again. I need to get some more money rolling on this farm so I could buy a combine at some point. So I'll see you guys a little later on, I guess. All right, it's already into June. We've gone through a couple months, not much going on. We did take care of that harvest of silage, I should say. So that was all taken care of. So that's nice to have on our belt. We'll have some more money from that soon enough. But the crops we planted, all coming up. I mean, they look okay. This is the millet right here. Of course, we've got some weeds, but I don't have really any options for knocking those down yet. That's something I need to think about. But also, mustard. Look at the weeds in the mustard. They look so much worse. So we got mustard, we got millet, all coming up. I am noticing some dead spots, but not bad. I mean, it's okay. It's better than whatever this. It was wheat. I think it was wheat or barley. I think it's wheat. This is the field here. We're going to knock this down today. We're going to direct drill right over top this here crop. So that was the original field. This is about a 30-acre field. We're going to plant something definitely a little bit different on this one as we kind of zip around here. Come on, Betsy, let's go. We're going to get the 9R in there. We're planting something completely different on this field. And like I said, we had to wait until June before we could plant on that. So it kind of works out. So yeah, we've got the millet, the mustard, which actually have different harvest seasons, I believe, as well. But this particular field, we're going to put some poppies down. We're putting poppies in this one because, well, to be perfectly honest, the market value for the poppies seems ridiculously high. That being said, I have no idea what kind of yield to expect from any of the crops we just planted. So, I mean, they could all be really low yields and we just get totally hosed, but I don't think that's the way that's going to work. I think these crops are going to change things up. Let's be honest, if we could right now just go plant silage or grass fields on all of these and make an absolute mint at it, the silage game on New Hope once again has been, well, it has allowed us to do what we wanted, even though it's taken 11 years to get here. Oh boy, this hill is... I don't feel like this is as steep as the last one, but now we're struggling again. Huh. I wonder if there's just a traction issue. Tough to say. But we are pretty much done our first headland here as we knock all this down. This has got to be a little bit rough on that toolbar, though. I mean, it is a direct drill, but I mean, it's got all this withered crop on it. Not exactly ideal, but maybe there's some nutrients we can gain from these withered crop. Oh boy, yeah, like this can't be good. We're gonna have to really clean out that planting head once we finish off this. That's for sure, because, well, you guys can see it doesn't look great. Oh well, it's doing what we needed to do at least. But this is pretty hard on that. It can't be good for it. That's for sure. All sorts of dead wheat stuck inside there. And it's planting it though. Hey, listen, it's not dumb if it works. So we've down to our last little pass here of poppies, and we'll have to wait and see how this works going forward. Once again, I have no way of getting rid of these weeds. I could buy something, but I need to make sure we have enough money for a decent combine the next couple months here. So I think I'm going to hold off on that. So no weeds. We're not taking care of the weeds this year. We're going to have to wait till maybe next year, and then maybe we'll see what we can do with that. For this year, we're letting the weeds go. Everything's au naturel. What can I say? All right. Last pass. Looks good. So that there is going to do it for the poppies. Everything's looking good. We got all our fields are all planted. It's June. Guys, the rest of our summer, since I'm not doing any weed spraying or anything, I think the summer is ours now. I got nothing else I can do other than, of course, well, back to silage farming. So I'm going to go take care of some more silage, make a little bit more money, and then we'll be into fall and harvest season once again. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. Drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next one when we're getting ready to harvest these massive fields. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.